and thank you everybody for being here. It's amazing to see so many faces again. My name is Mark Wild and I'm a cancer rehabilitation expert. And I am here today, very privileged to be here as well, to take you through a sequence of 8 exercises. So I've developed my own method, which I call creating change with kindness. Okay, so it's basic body weight exercises which integrate a lot of principles from Pilates as well. So it's nice and gentle, and it focuses on just building the foundations of your body. Okay, so I'm going to be taking you through this sequence of 8 exercises. Just a couple of things before we start is just to have a glass of water or a bottle of water close by, and also a chair. Okay, so one of the things that we're going to be stimulating today is your balance. So if you just have a chair nearby or be close to the wall, just so that you have a supported prop. Okay. So guys, I won't waste any more time. As I say, I'm going to take you through the sequence of 8 exercises. They're all standing. So if we start by coming up, and as I say, I'll just take you through these exercises. What we'll do today, guys, is we'll do a total of 3 rounds. Okay, so just go at your own pace. I always encourage people to start exercising what I call control mode. So just take your time to master the movements, follow me along. Okay, I'll talk you through it as we go, and I'll give you some teaching points to focus on as well. Okay, so we will start with exercise number 1, guys, which I call a squat with a side bend. So your start position is your feet are going to be shoulder width and your knees and toes are aligned. Your hands are just to the side of your hips. And you're just nice and relaxed in your body. And then your movement pattern is this. Okay, so you're going to swing your arms forward as you squat down. So push your hips back, swing the arms forward, and try and get your weight to the heels. Come up nice and tall to your start position. And then you'll take an arch of the arm over to the side. So lift out the hip. And then smoothly into center, and then you switch across for a side bend on the other side. So reaching up and over, bending the spine, and then coming into center. And again, we go squat, swing the arms forward, try to get the weight to the heels, coming up nice and tall. And then we take a side bend, reaching over, lifting out the hip, smoothly into center, and then switching across, reaching out the hip, and then into center. And we'll do 2 more here, guys. So you squat, swing the arms forward, the weights into the heels, come up nice and tall, take your side bend, reaching over, and smoothly into center, and side bend, reach. Well done, very good mobility. And then you'll go again, swing forward, squat down, the weights in the heels, and coming up nice and tall, taking a side bend over, and then into center, just side bend over to the other side, and then into center. Perfect. So that's your first exercise done, guys. Your second one has 2 different compartments as well. So this time, bring your feet slightly narrow into hip width. Try and have your knees and toes aligned forward. I have an analogy that you work on train tracks, okay, with certain exercises. So try and keep the tracking of your knees and toes straight. Shoot your arms long in front of you and make fists with your hands. So these are in line with your shoulders. So the first part of the move is just to arch the arms out to the side, a small bend at your knees, and tap your fists behind your hips. And then you return up to your start position. This part I call a bow and arrow. So you're going to step back, pull your hand into the shoulder, bend the knee that goes back, and then into center, and then you switch across. So step back, pull the same hand into the shoulder, and then return to your start position here. Good, let's go again. So small squat, tap back behind your hips, coming up nice and tall, and then bow and arrow for 1. Step back, bring the hand to the shoulder, and into center, and again, step back, pull the hand to the shoulder, and into center. Good, let's do 2 more. Tap back, small squat, stand tall. On this one, try and open your foot as you step back, okay? And then into center, switch across, try and open the foot, and into center. And then we do last one, tap back, and return up. And then bow and arrow, hand to shoulder, open the foot, and in, and then again, hand to shoulder, open the foot, and into center. Well done. Let's relax our hands to the side just for a second. We'll go on to exercise number 3. This I call a golf swing squat. Okay, so you're going to separate your feet now so they're outside shoulder width, and you have a slight angle of your toes out. This opens your hips. It's known as a sumo stance. So your toes are angled out. Your hands are bunched together. These are up to the high diagonal, so roughly in line with your shoulder if you can. Okay. Your head will follow your hands, and your movement pattern is this. So your head follows your hands. You do a small squat here to center, and then you just swing across your body and up. Following the hands, small squat down, and swinging up, and small squat to center, and swinging up, and small squat to center, and swinging up. Keep the head following the hands to center, and up, and 2 more, down to center, and swinging up, and then last one down to center, and swinging up. Well done. Now this exercise is number 4, guys. So this one is stimulating your balance. We're going to be doing a single leg exercise. So if you do need a chair, have a chair close by, or the wall. Okay, I'll show you this one front on to start with. So you've got one hand, okay, your palm faces in, and you're going to keep it just on the front of your thigh. The opposite hand's just out to the side. And your movement pattern is to try to pull your belly button in. As you hinge forward, you're going to kick your opposite leg back. So slide the hand down your front thigh just beneath your knee, kicking the opposite leg back, and then standing nice and tall. Okay, and we're going to repeat that on the same side. So I'll just show you side on. So slide the hand down your front thigh, and simultaneously you kick your opposite leg back just beneath the knee for the hand, and then standing nice and tall at the top. Okay, and again, let's do 2 more on this leg. Sliding down, draw the belly button in and up, and stand nice and tall. And then 1 more, well done if you're maintaining your balance. Pull the belly button in to help that. Sliding down, kicking back, and standing nice and tall. Good, and then we're going to switch our leg, guys. So it's exactly the same move. I'll show you the first one front on again. So the opposite hand to the front of your thigh, palm faces in. Okay, and we go again. So try and connect your core by pulling the belly button in and up. As you slide down, kick your opposite leg back, and stand nice and tall at the top. And again, let's go again, sliding down, pulling the belly button in, hit the leg back, and stand nice and tall. I'll do a couple side on, sliding down, kicking back, and standing tall. And then one last one, slide down, kicking back, and standing tall. Very good job, guys, if you're able to maintain your balance. Well done. Now, exercise 5, bring your feet back onto your train track. So these are hip width, your knees and toes are aligned. This time your arms are forward, your palms pushed together. So your fingertips point away from you, sorry. And then we're going to go forward. So we're going to step forward with our foot. Okay, I'm going to go with my right leg, but you may look like it's your left. So you're going to go forward, bend both knees. Okay, and then twist your torso so your head follows your hands over your lead leg. You come into center, and then you step back and you return. And then you switch your leg, so you're going to go forward, bend both knees slightly. Head follows the hand, twist the torso over the lead leg. into center, and return up. Let's do a couple more here. You go forward, slight bend of the knees, twist the torso, your head follows your hands, into center, and return. Check you're still on your train tracks. Go forward, twist, center, and in. Well done. Relax your hands down to the side for a second. Let's go on to exercise number 6. So for this one, guys, you're going to feather your fingertips on your shoulders with your elbows pointing forward. If you can, you want your elbows in line with your shoulders, so lift it up slightly. If it's too uncomfortable, just drop them down, okay? So for this one, we're going to start with an elbow open. So try and keep one elbow forward. Turn the opposite elbow back behind you as your head follows. So open one elbow, bring this elbow in, and then switch elbows. So open one elbow, keep one forward, into center, and then you're going to relax your arms. Imagine you're skiing and swing them back behind your hips with a small squat. And then you return up, fingertips to shoulders. Good. Let's follow your elbows. You open one with your head, and then bringing in. And then switch sides, open the elbow, your head follows, into center, relax, swing back, imagine you're skiing, and return back up. Let's do one more here. So your head follows your elbows, you open out, try and keep one facing forward, and in, and again, open the elbow, and bringing in, and relax, swing it back, and return up. Good. Relax your hands to the side of your hips again, guys. Exercise 7 of 8. We're nearly at the end of the round. So keep your feet to hip width. Just check in that you're on your train tracks. Your knees and toes are aligned. This time you want to imagine 3 and 9 on a clock face for your feet. Okay, so we're stepping out to the side. Okay, so your movement pattern is this. You're going to step out to the side. Your opposite hand taps across to your shin, and the opposite arm comes up to the ceiling, your head follows. And then you come into center and you switch across. So sideways step, swing your arm, tap your shin, turn your head up, the arm that swings up, and return to center. And again, so you side step, bend the knee, tap, turn up, and return in. Let's do one more. Sideways step, tap down, turn up, and return to center. Nice. Let's do our last one, guys. Another balancing act. So if you need your chair or be close to the wall for your support, okay, this is just a kick and a hop, I call. So for this one, your arms provide a little bit of extra balance. So let's push our arms out to the side. Okay, and then to start the move, you're just going to lift one foot off the floor very slightly. I'll show you side on. So I've just got a roughly 45-degree bend at my knee. Okay, and you'll start with that foot lifted, and you kick. So extend your from your knee, kick your foot forward, squeeze your front thighs muscles. Bring the foot back to the start position, and then try to do a little hop. So as that foot goes down, you hop across to the opposite leg, and then you go again. So you kick, squeeze the muscles in your front thigh, bring the foot in. As you drop the foot, try and do a little hop to swap. Good. Let's do 2 more. So kick, squeeze the front thigh muscles, bring the foot in, drop down, and a hop and a swap if you can. And last one, kick, squeeze, in, plant the foot, take the hands down, have a little rest, guys. So just have some breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Have a few sips of water, and then we will do the second round. Okay, guys? So we'll do, just watch you rest, we'll do the second round. We'll try and maintain, we'll just lift the tempo very slightly, okay, and we'll try and maintain a nice rhythm and flow for this round, okay, so we'll just be going slightly quicker, and we'll go from one exercise straight to the next, okay, so it's exactly the same sequence. So take another 10 seconds, and then we will go on to exercise number 1. Well done. Excellent, everyone. So we will start with our feet, shoulder width, knees and toes are aligned. We're going to do our squat with our side bend. Okay, so your arms are relaxed to the side, and we go again. So you're going to swing forward, squat down, the weight's in the heels, coming up nice and tall, taking a side reach over for 1, and then smoothly across without a pause in the center to reach across, and then into center and swing forward, squat down, the weight's in the heels, come tall, take a side bend over, so really reach out your hip, and then smoothly across to lift out the other side. Very good mobility, guys, well done. Swing forward, squat down, stand tall, take a side bend for 1, reach out the hip, and smoothly across, lift out the hip, into center. Let's do one last one. Swing forward, squat down, try and get your hips low, stand tall, and reach for 1, and over you go for number 2, and into center. So exercise number 2, just shuffle your feet slightly narrower, knees and toes are aligned, your arms are long in fists with your hands, and then we do our little tap back behind our hips. So push your hips back, take your hands behind the hips, tap them together, return up, and then we open our foot as we pull our hand into the shoulder. So back, pull hands to shoulder, and in, step back, open foot, hand to shoulder, and into center, and arch out to the side, tap back, small squat, and return, and bow and arrow for 1, step back, pull the hand, and bow and arrow for 2, step back, pull the hand, and into center, and again, push the hips back, tap the hands, and return, and step back, pull in, and into center to step back on the other side. Well done, last one, tap back, and return up, and pulling in, and pulling in, and center. Well done, guys. Hands to the side. Let's shuffle our feet into our gold swing squat. So this is our sumo stance. Your feet are now outside your shoulder width. Toes are angled out, the hands are bunched together, they're up to the high diagonal. Our head will follow our hands. On this one, I'll teach you just a slight adjustment to the exercise to progress it. Swing to center, and when you come across and up, try and go to your tiptoes. Ooh, good. And then into center to heels. Try and lift your tiptoes as your arms come up. Into center and across. Head follows your hands to center and up to your tiptoes if you can. Swing to center and up to your tiptoes. And last 2, center and tiptoes. Well done. Last one, center. And if you can, up to your tiptoes and down. Well done. Let's do our single leg slide to stand. So again, if you need your chair or you're by the wall for a prop, okay. So your feet are hip width to start with. One hand down, palm facing in. Opposite hand out to the side. And then you're going to pull your belly button in to initiate the movement. So sliding down, belly button pulls in, hit the opposite leg back, hand just beneath your knee, and stand nice and tall at the top. Good. And again, pull the belly button in, slide down, hit back, and stand nice and tall. Let's do one more on this leg. Sliding down, kicking back, and returning up. Good. Let's switch your leg. Always encourage people to listen to your body throughout these sequences, guys. So you'll notice on one side you're better balance than the other. Okay, so switch your leg and see which side you've got better balance. Again, palm slide down the front of your leg. kicking back and stand nice and tall. And again, two more, sliding down, way up at the top, and last one, sliding down, kicking back, and coming tall. Well done. Keep your feet on your train tracks, guys, for exercise number 5. Shoot your arms long, your palms are pushed together, and we do our forward lunge or step with our twist. Okay, so you go forward step, bend your knees, take your head with your hands as you twist your torso over the lead leg, center and back up, switch your leg, go forward, bend your knees, twist, head follows hands, into center and back, and two more here. You go forward, bend, twist, center and in, and one last one, forward bend, twist, center and return. Well done. Just let your arms go to the side, guys, and then we'll go on to exercise 6. So your fingertips are on your shoulders and your elbows are up. Okay, we start with our single elbow open. So try and keep one facing forward. Your head follows as you open one back behind you as far as you can. Bring the elbow in, switch across, open and close, relax, swing the hands back behind your hips and return. Let's do 2 more in total. So elbow open for 1, head follows, and in, elbow open for 2, and in, relax, swing back and return. For 1 more, head follows, open elbow, and in, head follows, open the elbow, and in, relax, swing back, small squat, and return. Well done. Let the arms go long to the side, guys. Exercise 7. Stay as you are with your feet. Remember 3 and 9 are on your clock face. Okay, so stepping out to the side. The opposite hand taps across. The arm turns up. Your head follows that hand as it goes up. Coming into center. Switch across. Step out. Tap across. Turn up. And return to center. And again, 2 more. Tap across. Turn up. And in. And last one, out to the side, tap, turn, and in. Well done. Now, if you have your arms, just another the final one's the balancing act again, guys. So do you have a chair nearby if you need, but your arms are out to the side if you can. Okay, lift one foot very slightly off the floor. I'll show you this one side on this time. So you're going to kick your foot forward by extending your knees. Squeeze your muscles in your front thigh, bringing the foot in. And then as that foot goes down, try to do a little hop across. And then kick, squeeze the muscles in your front thigh, bring the foot in. As it goes down, hop to swap. 2 more, kick, squeeze, in, drop. Hop and a swap if you can. Well done. Kick, squeeze, in, down, rest. Well done. Guys, have another little breather. So in through your nose and out through your mouth if you can with your breathing. Have a sip of water. So what I didn't do last time is one of the elements that I put into my method is a reverse round. So we're going to do a reverse round of these exercises, and that's so it gives you a little bit more of a balanced session overall, so you don't always fatigue on the same exercises, okay? So what we're going to do a short repetition round. If you feel like you've had enough, just rest, sit it out, okay? But if you'd like to do this final round, I'm going to do it in reverse with you. So we're going to start on the last exercise and we're going to work our way up to the top, okay? So just have another 10-second breather. And then, as I say, we're going to start on the final exercise that we just finished with, and we're going to work our way all the way to the top, okay? As I said, if you've had enough, just sit this one out, okay? So let's go, guys. We'll do this last round in reverse, okay? So let's find our balance, arms out to the side, okay? One foot is lifted, We're going to go kick forward, squeeze the front thigh, foot comes in, drop it down, little hop to swap, kick, squeeze, in, down, and a little hop for 2 more, kick, squeeze, in, down, and then last one, kick, squeeze, in, down. Well done. Now we go on to the second exercise, which is your side step with your tap and turn. Okay, so feet to hip width. We're going to do 4 of these. So 3 and 6, 3 and 9 on your clock face. Step out, bend your knee, tap down, turn up, into center, and again across the other side. Swing the arm, tap down, turn up, into center. 2 more. Side step, tap, turning up, in, and then one last one, tap down, turning up, and then into center. Well done, guys. Let's do a couple of our elbow open. So fingertips on your shoulders with your elbows up. Okay, let's head follows your elbow, open one elbow back behind, bring that one in, switch your elbow, open up, bring that one in, relax, swing the hands back behind your hips, and return. And one more. So open one elbow, head follows, bring it in, open the other one, and in, relax, swing back, and return. Let's do your next one, guys. So keep your feet as they are, shoot your arms along and push your palms together. Well done, nice. Let's go forward step, bend your knees, twist your hands over your lead leg, your head follows, into center, and return. Switch your leg, forward bend, twist, center, and in. Let's do one each more, on each side, sorry. Bend your knees, twist, center, and in. And last one, forward, twist, center, and in. Well done. Just relax your arms to the side. This one's your balancing act, so grab your chair close by. Okay, so we'll just do 2 on each leg. So you'll slide and stand. I'll show you side on. One, your palm facing in, one hand on the front thigh. Okay, pull that belly button in towards your spine as you hinge forward. Kick your opposite leg back, just beneath the knee for your hand, and then stand nice and tall at the top. Do one more on this leg, sliding down, kicking back, and standing nice and tall. Good, and then you just switch sides. Okay, so opposite hand, opposite leg, and again, pull the belly button in, slide, kicking back, and standing nice and tall. And final one, sliding down, kicking it back, and standing nice and tall at the top. Well done, guys. Everybody looks like you're doing that very well. Let's go on to our goal swing. Okay, so your feet are outside, shoulder width, the toes are angled out. We'll just do 4 of these. So if you want to go to your tiptoes as you go up, do feel free. Your hands are bunched together up to the diagonal. And we go for a small squat to center. Head follows the hands as you swing up. Go to your tiptoes if you feel like it. Into center, heels. Swinging up, tiptoes if you can. 2 more. Down to center. Swinging across. And final one. Down to center. And swinging across. And let's go on to our penultimate exercise, guys. So this is your tap back with your bow and arrow. So your feet are on your train track still. Okay, light fist with your hands, your arms are long to the front. And then we do a small tap back behind the hips. So small squat, tap your arms back behind your hips. And return up. Open the foot, step back, hand to shoulder. And in. And then opposite side, step back, hand to shoulder, and in, and then one more of these, guys. Tap back, push the hips back, and return up. Open the foot for bow and arrow on 1, and center, and opposite leg and arm, and into center. Good. Let's finish up with our squat and a side bend. So feet to shoulder width, knees and toes are aligned, hands to the side of the hips. We'll do 3 of these to finish up. Okay, so swing the arms forward, push your hips back, bend your knees and get the weight to the heels. Stand nice and tall at the top. Take a nice side bend reach. And smoothly across to the other side. Well done. Into center. Squat, swing forward. Stand tall. Side bend reach for 1. And side bend reach for 2. Into center. And for everyone's favorite prompt, your last breath, swing forward, squat down, standing tall, and reaching over for 1. And reaching over for 2. And rest, guys. Well done. Everyone looked like they were doing that very well. So have a breather, guys. Have some more water. Breathe into your nose and out through your mouth. I will take you through 3 really simple little stretches. So with my sequence, one of the things I like to address is posture. So a lot of those exercises are very good for your posture, particularly the elbow opens. So these 3 stretches are basically on the same train of thought. Okay, so they're just good ones to do for your posture and your just general function. Okay, again, you can do this first stretch. It kills 2 birds with 1 stone. It's a balancing act. Okay, so if you do need to be near the wall or have a chair, do feel free. You would have seen people doing these stretches. If you don't feel that capable or comfortable doing it, then just sit them out. Okay, but the first one is just to find your balance on a single leg. Okay, I'll show you side on. And then you want to try and draw your heel to your bum. Okay, if you can. All right. Opposite hand out to the side to help you with your balance if you haven't got a prop. And with your stretches, guys, one common mistake is that people don't hold them for long enough. So you need to hold a stretch for 30 seconds for your muscles to habituate, which means they get used to a new length. So whenever you're doing a stretch, try and hold it for at least 30 seconds. Okay. So just try and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And try and stay here for another handful of seconds here. Breathing in and breathing out. And 1 more breath, breathing in and breathing out. Well done. Let's release that one. And then we'll obviously switch across to the other side. Okay, so again, listen to your body, find which side you're better balanced on, more comfortable on, and we'll pull the heel to the bum. If you are without a prop, have your arm out to the side, it will help you to balance. And again, you just want to try and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just try and maintain that breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Again, in through your nose and out through your mouth. 2 more, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And 1 final breath, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Well done. Nice, pop that down. The reason I use the breathing, guys, is quite a simple way of timing your stretches as well. So if you try and breathe in through your nose for 2 seconds, out through your mouth for 3, and then you repeat that breathing sequence a total of 6 times, and then you roughly hold your stretch for 30 seconds. Your second stretch is a simple link and a lift. So if you link your fingers together, but they go behind your hips. Okay, again, if you feel a bit uncomfortable doing this, just leave it out. But link your fingers together. Okay, stand nice and tall. You're nice and relaxed, particularly in your shoulders, and then you're just going to lift your arms as high as you feel comfortable. Okay, and again, you want to try and breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathing in through the nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And a couple more breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And final one, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Well done. And then if you just do this last stretch, guys, is the side of the hips get very tight to the muscle known as your QL. So it's basically we're just going to hold the side position that we did on the side bend. Okay. What you can do with your passive hand, the hand that's not arched overhead, is to accentuate stretch light. If you push your hand lightly into the side of your hip, so arch one arm up and over like we did on the squat and the side bend, and then just gently push your hip in the opposite direction. So you're getting a little bit of an extra stretch. Okay, so lift up and out and lift up and over, sorry. So try and reach up as you're going over as well. And you just hold this stretch again, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again, in through your nose, out through your mouth, and in through your nose, and out through your mouth. Just do one more breathing sequence here. Good. Just stand tall, relax, release your arm, maybe shake the arms down because it's a little bit heavy on your shoulder when you're reaching up and over. And then we'll do the opposite side, guys. So as the arm marches over, the opposite hand, you can just push your hips to accentuate your stretch. So lifting up as well as over. And again, just holding in there. Breathe in through your nose. And out through your mouth. In through your nose. One more breathing sequence there. In through your nose. Amazing. Well done, guys. Just relax. Maybe just loosen your muscles, shake your body a little bit. Excellent job, guys. Nice. I like the look of everybody doing it. Well done.